Let's skip the usual new year, new me nonsense. Because let's be real, every year you say you're going to get your life together. And every year, by February, you're back to scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m., convincing yourself that tomorrow is the day.
Newsflash, tomorrow isn't coming to save you.
Neither is some magical wave of motivation. So here's the deal. I'm not here to inspire you. I'm here to hard reset your brain, slap the excuses out of your head, and show you how to actually take control of 2025. Because making this your year, it's really no big deal. Let's talk about the biggest lie you tell yourself.
I don't have time.
That's crazy. Because somehow, you had time to deep dive into a random celebrity drama that has zero impact on your life, scroll social media until your thumb developed muscle memory, and overthink that text you sent 3 days ago.
I feel attacked.
You should. So no time isn't the issue. Priorities are. Let's do some quick math on how you go about your day. Don't panic. I'll keep it simple. You sleep? Cool. 8 hours gone. Work or school? Let's say another 8. Eating, showering, pretending to be busy? Fine. 2 more. That leaves 6 hours. What are you doing with those 6 hours? No, seriously. What are you doing with them?
I don't know.
Well, if that's your answer, congrats. You just found the problem. Most people don't have a lack of time. They have a lack of urgency. You say you want to change, but do you act like someone who actually wants it? If I gave you $10,000 to work on your goals for 2 hours a day, you'd find the time. So the real issue? You don't see the value in prioritizing yourself, yet. The issue isn't a lack of time. It's that you keep spending it like a lazy fuck, hoping something magical happens.
At this point, you're just being rude.
Look, you're not failing your time management because the universe is against you. You're failing because you're waiting for life to hand you success on a silver platter. Success doesn't care about your "I tried" energy. Trying is cute, but consistency wins. You don't get shredded by doing one workout. You don't become rich by reading one finance book. You don't become fluent in Spanish by knowing how to order a taco. The difference between people who win and people who say,
This year was not it, but next year will be my year.
consistency. That's it. Not motivation, not talent, not waiting for the right time.
I just really need some motivation.
Right, and I just need $1 billion to appear in my bank account. Here's the hard truth. If you only put in effort when you feel motivated, you'll never get anywhere. Motivation is like coffee, a temporary energy boost. It's great for getting started, but pointless if you don't take action once the caffeine wears off. 1 minute, you're hyped to change your life. The next, you're back in bed, convincing yourself tomorrow for real this time. Motivation gets you to the gym once, but discipline keeps you going when you don't feel like it. Motivation makes you set goals. Discipline makes you follow through. Motivation is fun. Discipline is what actually works. You don't need motivation. You need to stop negotiating with yourself. You want to see real progress? Do the boring work. Do it often. Do it when no one's clapping for you. Do it in those 6 hours of your free time. So you had a long day, and now you deserve to relax? Cool. But let's be real. If your version of relaxing keeps you stuck in the same life you're trying to escape, is it really a reward? If your dream is to start a business, but every night you trade your free time for Netflix to unwind from your 9 to 5, guess what? You're not unwinding, you're delaying your future.
But one night of watching the Kardashians won't hurt.
Ugh. You say your 9 to 5 drains you, but the real reason you're exhausted is because you're putting all your energy into a life you don't even want. So ask yourself, would you rather spend another year recovering from work, or work your ass off this year so you never have to recover again?
You're right. I should rather create my own success story than watch someone else's.
Consistency is the only difference between where you are now and where you want to be. Keep showing up for yourself, and it's no big deal. Here's the thing. Big goals don't happen overnight, but you know what does?
Developing a fake tan?
No, micro wins. Choosing water over soda, that's a win. Reading one page of a book instead of scrolling, that's a win. Doing one push-up, guess what? That's a win.
Taking the stairs instead of the elevator?
Sure, also a win. You don't need massive leaps. You need small, repeatable actions that stack up over time. Because when you collect enough small wins, they turn into big ones. And suddenly, showing up isn't a struggle. It's just who you are.
Yeah, I guess that's no big deal.
People love setting goals that sound good but mean nothing.
I want to be better.
Better at what? Breathing? Existing? Be specific. Here's how most people set goals versus how they actually get results.
I need to start saving money.
Cool, and staring at your bank account won't make it grow. Better. Every month, $200 moves to savings automatically. No thinking. No excuses.
I should really get in shape.
Right, so next week is the perfect time, just like last week and the week before that. Better. Gym. 4 times a week. No debate. Vague goals get vague results. Specific and measurable goals create systems that force you to show up. There is no room for excuses. Next time you're about to skip a workout, blow your budget, or waste another hour of your time, ask yourself, would future me thank me for this?
I don't think so.
So if the answer is no, then you already know what you should be doing. Successful people aren't special. They just do what their future selves would be proud of. So if future you wants to be healthy, fit, successful, act like it today.
That kind of starts to make sense.
Momentum is like pushing a car, hardest at the start, but once it's rolling, it takes way less effort to keep it going. The problem? Most people never push long enough to get that momentum. They start, stop, start again, and wonder why they never make progress. You go to the gym once, feel sore, and quit. You save money for a month, then spend it on something dumb. You build a habit, then let one bad day throw you completely off track. Here's the reality. Stopping hurts more than starting. Every time you quit, you don't just lose progress. You lose confidence, discipline, and the energy to start over. So instead of trying to be perfect, just focus on keeping the ball rolling. Didn't have time for a full workout? Do 10 squats. Can't save $200 this month? Save $20. Too tired to read? Listen to a podcast for 5 minutes. Small actions keep your momentum alive, and once you have momentum, everything gets easier. Your brain loves autopilot, so put it on the right track. If you don't program it with a routine that leads you towards your goal, it'll run on defaults, and defaults are usually trash. Make success your default setting. You want to know the secret to success? It's boring. Waking up early,
Boring.
meal prepping,
Boring.
repeating the same skill over and over.
Super boring.
But you know what's even more boring? Being in the exact same spot next year, making the same excuses. You don't have to love the grind. You just have to do it. Here's a rule: no more 0 days. A 0 day is when you do absolutely nothing to move forward. No learning, no progress, nothing. And 0 days, they kill momentum faster than bad Wi-Fi. So every day, do at least one thing that moves you forward. 1 push-up, 1 minute of reading, 1 small step towards your goal. It doesn't have to be much, it just has to be something. Because progress isn't about how much you do, it's about not stopping.
Sounds like no big deal.
You've been sold this balance is key lie. Like you can grind, relax, party, and still win.
Reality check. You can't have everything at once.
You want to start a business? That means sacrificing some social time. You want to get fit? That means skipping those midnight snacks. Not forever, but right now, you gotta choose your hard. Have it hard now to win later, or take it easy now and have it hard later. Choose your hard. No one's saying you can't have fun, but if you're serious about your goals, be serious about your priorities. Let's be honest, are you actually trying?
Well,
Or are you just watching self-improvement videos and calling it progress? Because watching this doesn't count.
oh,
Only what you do after this video matters. So yeah, locking in for 2025?
no big deal.
You just have to stop treating your future like a later problem. Are you locking in? Or are we having this exact same conversation next year? Because it looks like it should be no big deal. You tell me.